Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Topoldi Guys Model Works, and here we have an in-box review of a really old kit. Revell's 1/25th scale Mercedes-Benz 628S with spoiler. So this kit dates back from 1982, 81-82 according to scale mates. I got this in a giveaway from Lindsey's builds. So that's why the box has been had other things on there, and as Lindsey says, it may well have loose bits in here. So it says 1982 on there. Bit of information about the truck. Apologies for the glare. Obviously, Merc badge. The ends look like that. It's 7409. And the other side looks like this, so it's got a bit of the detail. So it's got a engine under the cab, lifting cab. It says a bit of description: detailed wheel hubs and differentials, sun blind, roof spoiler, tilt cab, highly detailed diesel engine, detailed interior, detailed fifth wheel, trans wheels with markings for different nations. So, let's have a look in the box. Yes, it's a top and opening box from... I can't get the bloody box open. There it is. Alright, there we go. There's the parts he put in the bag for me because he didn't want me losing the parts. Let's turn that box upside down. So, I've got instructions and decals in here. So, obviously, a little bit of the old Revell instructions. So yeah, printed in Germany, yes. So these are quite old, but they're fairly useful. So making up the suspension, rear axle. Obviously paint colours are called out. It says black. So effectively, I'm going to paint it black. There's a very old decal sheet. I think that's oh God, what's the company called? Cartograph. So we'll put that in the box. This one, carry on building up the chassis. Fitting the details on here. Pipe work going in there. Obviously, paint call outs all mentioned all the time. Obviously, air brakes, or air suspension, sorry. Fifth wheel, fuel tank. Let's pop this down a bit so you can see a bit better, because obviously it's a little bit high here. There we go. So, apologies for that. I didn't realise I had that up too high. So yeah, but we're making up the wheels. Obviously we've got rubber tyres. Oh dear. And then last page, obviously building up all the gubbins here. Good luck figuring out the decals on it, because they're on the bottom. So yeah, putting on the spoiler as well, because these used to come into Heathrow when I started there a few years back. Now, first up, we're going to have a look at, as Lindsay's put it, the loose parts. So we've got He's very nicely taped them up in here. So we have the tyres. They basically look like they're rubber tyres. Have a look at those in a minute. And the cab, which actually, that looks nicely moulded. A few seam lines to clean up there. A little bit of clean up round here, so it's not too bad. It's very nice. That's the cab. And let's have a look, see what else other goodies are in there. There's some black parts and some red parts in here, so let's pull these out. So we've got an axle box, a sump, wheel hubs, possibly a suspension part, axle part for the wheels, and one of the suspension arms there. So we'll put those back in that bag so we won't get lost. So Lindsey was quite thoughtful in that respect because he put everything that was loose in a bag. So, and the tyres there. In no particular order, we have the glazing here. We shall have a look at that. Little bit of flash on there. Well, quite a bit of flash on there actually. All the light lenses, window quarter lights, and the front window. So some real care will have to be taken removing that from the seam, that part from the sprue. Nice tint to it, and the glazing ain't bad for a 20-year-old kit. There's going to be a little bit of flash there because it's an old tooling, so it's old Revell. It certainly is here. Oh dear. Lindsey did warn me about bits being off sprues in here, so I shall be very brave. And handle these parts with care. So we have some axles there. Sorry, runners for the chassis. I do beg your pardon. And get an axle out there. These are all parts that are loose in a bag. So I've got to fish the parts out. That's a bit of the cab. And there's that bit as well. I think that's why Lindsey wanted me to do this, because parts are suiciding off the bag. Right. I'll pause. Now, obviously these parts are gonna. I don't know what order they come off the sprues, but this is one of them. So obviously we've got all the pipe work in here. Again, two-part pipes. Don't worry about it. Clean up, glue it together and forget about it. Some nice moulding for the mud flaps and that on there, and the wheel arches. It's very black. A few sink marks. That one, that's probably about the worst one there. It's got one of those there. Pulled it out of, and here. Yeah. You're going to need some clean up on here, to be honest. So it's going to be a kit you're going to have to deal with. Obviously, front and rear axle. So the other part we've seen in the bag. Again, lots of sink marks on there, purely because it's not visible on that side anyway. So obviously there's no steering on this, luckily. That, I believe, is part of the cab, and the underside of the cab, because it's got the, no, it's the front of the cab, you donut. Yeah, that piece goes in the front of the cab, and then tilt cab for that. Obviously it's got the old plastic feel that Revell were known for. Again, the chassis. Obviously care will have to be taken to get it aligned. You've got a few sink marks, but they are actually normal for a Revell kit of this age. Obviously, of the age, they shouldn't be normal now, but so it's a fairly sizable truck. Yeah, that's the right way to hold it, donut. So yeah, like so. Obviously we've got that bit loose, so effectively I've got to play hunt the parts. Door cards, bits of the radiator fan, other little bits on there. Not that I can name them all, but I should have some fun swearing at them, I suspect. Nothing's broken, it's just off the sprue, so we've lost a windscreen wiper there. I suspect that's in the box. But no, it feels like a Revell kit. So I'm going to wrestle out these next two sprues. There. And yeah, fish them out of here. And yeah, this has got the cab parts in it. So obviously we've got lovely red plastic. Oh, I've missed the red plastic. I really have. You've got the wheels to do there. Bits of the engine. Fuel tank. Bottom of the cab there. Air tanks, steps. It don't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. Shall I put that in the box down here? And here we have basically the full interior. So a few bits off the cab there, seats off the cab, fifth wheel, the air suspension, all the rest of the lever leaf springs. They shouldn't build up without too much fuss. I expect none of it does really, it just needs clean up, to be honest. So we should put that in the box down there. And the importance of never throwing a kit away. This is a bag of parts. Hopefully we've got all the parts here. Yeah, it looks like we have. Good. So we have a seat, we have wheels there, we have supports for the front bumper. Again, very nice, and again, bit more of the suspension here. Yeah, a bit of the suspension's broken off there, unfortunately. So we'll have to mend and make do. Oh dear. I'm going to be very cross with Dobby. It was given to me free, I may hasten to add. So just checking the floor, make sure I've not dropped anything. I haven't. That is a quick inbox review of this a war zone of a kit, which is by Revell. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye for now.